Right, hello. I am Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is Tiltbrush. I thought I'd have a little fun go doing some tilt brushing. And there's a whole bunch of new brushes that have come in, including some audio reactive ones, which I may not be playing with too much. Some are versions of the old brushes, and there are some new ones that I have not tried. So I'm just going to have a bit of a play around. I've marked out an area on the ground. This is more or less the big blue, the wide blue circle, or the wide brushstroke here is more or less where the snowman. If I go into the snowman mode, this is where the snowman is. So the idea this is I set up a camera so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Instead of seeing it just from my eyes, which is actually quite difficult. And the thin brushstroke is essentially my play area. Now I can teleport around, but I'm not quite sure. This is my way of keeping track of where you, as the audience, can see what I'm doing. And it might have been an idea to have an idea of what I was actually going to kind of come up with here. What would be fun? Oh, I think I'm because it's quite dark. Because this is the kind of the dark, the black environment. I think maybe something involving Rocketship. So I'm probably going to get rid of these because they're just guides at the minute. Just make sure I don't like bump into anything, and so that you have a vague idea of what you can. I have an idea of what you can see. Let's see if I remember how to make this work. Okay, so that gets bigger and smaller. Around here is the color picker. Oh, there's a cube. Oh, so you can choose between. Okay. So that's got a stray bit of give it a, right, let's do some things. I really kind of need to get some practice in with this to really, it's just that drawing in 3D is such a different way of doing things compared to the normal way of doing things. So it's quite difficult to make like a smooth surface, which is kind of what I was hoping to do here. Let's just make. I was hoping to do a smoother kind of continuous surface here. That is harder than one might think. So this has kind of become a collection of strips rather than a smooth surface. I'm not quite sure how I would make a surface as such. I find I'd be quite interested. Maybe there's a particular sort of brush. I mean, I might even be missing something. There may be a way of doing that I'm currently unaware of. And I've just knocked something off. Nothing important, I hope, because that's slightly out. That well, you can't even see it. It's around the back, so I don't know why I bothered with it. Let's go for kind of a red. So we're gonna. See, you see, I get these. I get a kind of. You end up with a swoopy motion, which is not actually what what I want. I need it more like that. This takes a bit of getting used to making art in where you draw in 3 dimensions. I'm taking advantage of the fact that you're basically there, so that I don't necessarily have to draw absolutely everything. I wonder what sort of wonder what nation owns this rocket. I mean, one is tempted to just type in it. Oh well, type is. Oops, that's wrong. On the side. More like that. Maybe that's what I need to just do it slowly. But even then, it's clearly a collection of brush strokes. But that's just an interesting thing that I would need to learn how to do. Right. Oh, no, I don't want it to be that color. I want it to be... So I want it to be dark, but not particularly colorful. Okay, this is better. This is one of the things where doing on the color cube is probably a little better. I'll choose some more colors maybe. Let's go for a nice fiery red. So got some fire. That wasn't really a red, that's more of a yellow, so we'll chuck some red in there as well. You can see that through the... Okay, so we're going to, let's go back to paper. Let's go with duct tape. And we're going to choose a kind of a steel, kind of grey. That's going to be our rocket funnel, I guess. I don't know. The bottom end where the fire comes out, make a slightly different color. Make it a duct tape. This is very much like a Kerbal Space Program. So it's got a texture to it. Got some embers. Let's put some embers in. I like it though going down actually, as opposed to going up. Now I think I might actually make some stars while I'm here. In the background. That looks daft as heck actually. I might get rid of that. I don't think that works at all. Any more than snow would work. Snow would also be silly. So here's a new brush. This is a new brush, Toon. I'm not quite sure what Toon does. Oh, I see. Oh. Toon has an outline to it. Oh, okay, that's interesting. We will, however, get rid of it. Hypergrid. So again, that can be a kind of a background. Playing with the colours a little bit. Got to be careful. I'm sticking my hand outside of my safe zone, which is not very clever. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Some of these are. So we're going to have, let's see. Oh, that's quite nice. I like that. We'll make this one. Yeah. Neon pulse. I like that. So this is obviously powered by something other than just its rocket engine. Obviously got some interesting power stuff going on there. Bubbles. That's rather sweet. But I don't think bubbles are very appropriate. Ooh. Now this might be one of those audio reactive ones, because there are some which are designed to. Oh, that goes. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Goes back into the brush. So yeah, they're audio reactive ones. So if I was playing sound, then you would get to hear that. Electricity, streamers, hypergrid, chromatic wave. I think I've seen chromatic. Oh, dots. Dots. Why would I need dots? What would dots be useful for? I wonder. Where would I put dots on a spaceship? I think that's a question I need to ask myself. Maybe there's some just dots. So obviously they've kind of done a pimp of my rocket ship. So there's some LEDs just down the side there, making it look cool. Because you wouldn't want to go to space in a boring rocket ship. You want a snazzy rocket ship with bright lights kind of hung around it. That's a bit wrong. That's outside of the. I want that to be more like that. So what could do? Make bigger dots like that. Okay, so there's not a huge variation in the two. Ooh, that's quite nice. Making a kind of a halo kind of effect there. Light wire. Oh, I see that. Oh, I see. So this is like Christmas tree wires or something, where you get a lot in the old science fiction shows that would have all the important power things would be along light wires like this. So presumably, it's the colors it's choosing are from. Let's go the other way. Let's go up in this color. So it's choosing colors that are similar to the color I've chosen, which is a red in this case. I was wondering whether the speed at which you do your line affects the spacing, but it doesn't seem to. Chromatic wave. Makes a noise. No, lovely. So I'm beginning to wish there's going to be some celebrations down below. Obviously, so there's going to be some streamers. These are people being very happy, and they're letting off fireworks. which is entirely safe when there's a rocket ship going on. Now, you might not be able to hear, but my alarm's gone off, and that's telling me that I've been doing this for, quite frankly, long enough. So I'm going to leave it there. My amazing craft, which doesn't in any way have too much going on, what with lights and stuff, and possibly if I was to have some audio playing, who knows what would be going on. Right, so I have been Mike of Neil Love Dice. You can find Neil Love Dice at neillovedice.com. You can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter, and you can find links to that in the video description. And until next time, make gorgeous art. Or whatever this is.